The killing of Cornell had set a dangerous precedent. Some of the clubs offered to buy them out, preferring not to be associated with the twins. Up to now, the Krays had threatened violence and issued beatings, but a public killing was new ground. The Krays needed to pull off a publicity coup. They decided to help out Frank Mitchell. Mitchell was known as the Mad Axeman. He was a massive man of low intelligence who had a history of violence. He was desperate to get out of Dartmoor. On the 12th of December 1966, Albert Donahue and Mad Teddy Smith drove up to Dartmoor, where Mitchell had escaped from a working party. They bundled him in the car and drove back to London. Mitchell was used to escaping. He had visited the local pubs, and the prison warders had turned a blind eye each time, providing he always came back. One made the news.
Bagpipes launched the second day of searching on Dartmoor as Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders joined the manhunt. They swept the one area near Lidford that was left unchecked overnight, but drew a blank. Stories were circulating today that Mitchell had achieved an unusual degree of freedom even before his escape. Another prisoner, released 3 weeks ago, claimed that Mitchell was a lunchtime regular at a local pub. As the search on Dartmoor drew to an end, allegations of Mitchell's unescorted trips to local public houses were being checked by senior officers from the prison. One man they spoke to was the landlord of a public house at Peter Tavy, Mr. Bob Roberts.
Mr. Roberts, are you sure that the prisoner drank in your pub?
I'm pretty sure by the photograph there that I recognise the man. Oh, yes. Pretty certain of that, says one of my customers.
He was a big
Who
fellow?
was there, yes, definitely.
Well, 6'1",
Oh,
big
yes,
shoulders.
well-built chap. In fact, he boasted here about his strength. And they got us to feel the muscle on his arm at the top in the bar. That's why I more or less can say that is the man, yes.
What did he say about his strength?
Oh, we got talking, something about boxing and a bit of wrestling and things like that, and strength, you know, and then he sort of flung his arm over the counter and said, "We'll fill those arms, you know."
While the police and troops combed Dartmoor, Mitchell was tucked up in a London flat. Teddy Smith then wrote a letter to the Times offering to return Mitchell to Dartmoor if the prison authorities would reconsider his sentence and secure a release date. But nothing happened. The last thing the authorities were going to do was be bargained with. Not least because towards the end of the month there was a separate, unconnected prison break from Dartmoor. Mitchell was getting restless and demanding to see the Krays. They sent him a woman called Lisa to keep him entertained, but it was clear they now had a problem on their hands. How could they hide this restless, violent giant of a man? At this time, Frances, Reg's estranged wife, was suffering a mental breakdown, so Ron was effectively in charge of the firm. On the 23rd of December, a van was waiting in Ladysmith Avenue near Mitchell's safe house. Donahue told Mitchell that he was going to spend Christmas in the countryside with Ronnie. Donahue got into the front of the van and drove it away. Inside the back of the van was Freddie Foreman and Alfie Gerard. They shot Mitchell. The killing took somewhere between 16 and 18 bullets. Although he always denied it, the order to kill had almost certainly come from Ron. The van stopped and Donahue walked home. The disappearance of Mitchell remained a mystery for years. The twins were acquitted of his murder on insufficient evidence. But in January 2000, on primetime television, Freddie Foreman confessed to the killing.
Who was Frank Mitchell's final executioner?
I was, actually.
For a while, the firm returned to business as usual. The twins continued to make money from their protection rackets and slot machines. On the surface, their power in London remained unchallenged. But the firm was nothing without the twins. And in the end, they were agents of their own destruction.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please join us
our Facebook group. It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you there soon.